Hi, good evening. Welcome to FB Live. Tonight we have a special guest, and his name is Presidential Master Dr. K.Sow. And we are very privileged to have him with us tonight because he has a very busy schedule. But however, I must say a few words about his journey in Shaklee. He started his journey in Shaklee about 30 years ago. When somebody came to see him and talked to him about the Shaklee products and opportunity, and he didn't listen much, but this guy left behind 2 books, and one of the book is this book called the Shaklee Story. Shaklee Story. And being a very good reader, he read this book and the other book throughout the night, and the next morning he himself went to the guy's house, woke him up, and then asked him for the form, signed up as a member, and then went and bought products for his own consumption. So the Shaklee Story is the book that changed his thinking about network marketing, because after reading the book, he realized that this is the kind of life that he wanted. But of course, initially he wanted to know how good the products are, because at the time, at a very young age of 28, he was having high blood pressure, overweight, and lack of energy. And within a period of 3 months, he realized that the products were working wonders on him. And then he straight away went to the Shaklee office, bought a lot of products for about 4,000 to 5,000 as an assistant supervisor, and that's how he started his journey over the last 30 years. And during these 30 years, he has made many, many milestones. And today he is a very, very highly sought after person, because he has got networks not only in Malaysia, in Taiwan, in Indonesia, and also in the United States of America. And I'm very proud to say here that the company's owner, Dr. Roger Barnett himself, many a time seeks his opinion on the business, how the business should be run. And whenever he is in the United States, he has a very, what he call a special dialogue session with the owner. So you can know what kind of man he is. But however, what I must say is that he is never the kind of person with a lot of ego. He is a person with a lot of humility, a very simple person, and we can all be very close to him in building the business. And he is never ever selfish in giving whatever knowledge that we want to have in building the business. So today we have lined up a few questions for him to ask him, and I'm sure we are going to get a lot of good answers from him, which is going to help all of us in the Shaklee Dynamic family to have a great journey. That means what I mean is to build a more successful and a better business in our future and in the many, many years to come. So with this, I would like to introduce Presidential Master Dr. K.Sow.
Hello everyone! Wow, time flies, and now we have sent away the first half year of 2019, and we have started the second half of 2019, and this is our second day. And of course, the last time we met on air, it was 2 months ago, and again, every time when I see you on air, I know 2 months have gone, you know. So it simply means that after we meet 6th time on air, it's a year gone. Wow. Don't talk about time. Sometimes your heart beats so fast when you talk about time. But nevertheless, as long as you don't waste your time, instead of wasting your time doing things that's not going to bring success and of course prosperity to your life, you should invest your time that will directly or indirectly contributes to the prosperity living of your life. Now, this is always my principle for the last 30 years plus with Shaklee, and I'm so happy that I'm back here now for some Q&A session with you, and I look forward to see what are the questions they're going to ask me so that I can share on whatever aspect that you want to know. And I'm promising you that I'm going to answer all the questions today, regardless of whether it's in between 1 hour or not. Huh? So if it takes 2 hours, we're going to do that too. But anyway, you're going to be so happy that you have all the answer, because after that, it will be the next 2 months before I come back, and it may not be the same question again. Okay, so Mr. Subramaniam, thanks for being the host today. And are you ready with questions?
Yes, Master, we are ready. We are ready with our questions. This is the 146 brochure, something that you have introduced through your experience.
Okay.
Knowing that this is a wonderful, VBIX is a wonderful product. So a lot of them have bought this brochure, and then they go out there doing prospecting. They like to give people, and then also doing amazing discovery session. They like to give this pamphlet to people. But many of them are not very sure how effectively can they present this. I mean, once, let's say for example, I give this, you are a stranger, I give this to you. What are the things that I can say that can help me to, I mean, not really convince, but for you to give some thought on this brochure?
Okay, I remember this brochure was launched and printed and then launched and given away during the last Advanced Leadership Seminar. It was in April. Wow, now July. So fast. Okay, and we have printed 20,000 copies, and it's all distributed. And of course, I know many of you have hundreds of copies. Some of you got 200, some of you got 500, 1,000 or so. So it is a tool that we have created for you to have a good conversation on something that we call the VBIX 146. Now, the VBIX 146 is actually to complement the 50K project. Now, this is not two projects, right? It's one project. The 50K project is a project that we have launched about 4 years ago. And after some thought about how to make the 50K project more effective in getting the results and more achievers, we have come up with this, called the VBIX 146. Okay, so the VBIX 146 simply means I'll explain to you what is the meaning of 1 and 4 and 6 but it simply means that we drive the business with VBIX. That means we use VBIX as the driver of the business, because we have many range of Shaklee products. Basically 3 major range, the inner you, the outer you, the world around you, which is the nutritional healthcare products, the what we call household cleaning products, and also the skincare product, which we have just launched lately, the youth, which is marketing and selling very well. And after looking at all these ranges of product, and even in the healthcare range, we have more than 30 to 40 items of healthcare products. So I look at it and I finally decided to take VBIX as the driver. Now, let me explain to you why choose VBIX. Now, VBIX basically, number one, is a liquid product. Now, the acceptance of people drinking liquid products compared to swallowing tablets and capsules are higher. Okay, so that's one of the reasons I choose, because people will accept it. Okay, faster than to take so many tablets or capsules. That's one. Number two is VBIX get result very fast. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that the effect of VBIX will be shown in you in a short period of time. It doesn't take like 3 months or 2 months or so on and so forth. To some people, it may be even a few days and they start to see changes and improvement. Now, reason being, VBIX is the only products that now that you can actually find in the world, not only in Shaklee, but in the world, that are able to really go straight and penetrate into the cellular level, and to help to repair, rebuild, and to protect the DNA. Okay, so that's why what they call the result is very, very fast. So because after we have been using VBIX, sharing VBIX for the last 10 years, we discovered that VBIX really, nobody take VBIX and come back and say it doesn't work and it doesn't help them to improve. So that's why we have decided to use VVIX. Okay, and the next thing is VVIX also is higher ticket item in a way that one bottle of VVIX can be like maybe if you talk about vitamin C, it can be like 5 to 6 bottles of vitamin C. So to move one bottle of VVIX is actually much easier than moving the 5, 6 bottles of vitamin C. Okay, so that's a key reason, the few reasons why I have choose VVIX to be the driver. But that doesn't mean that I discourage you to move other products. That doesn't mean that I discourage you to eat other products. But this is only a way, a strategy to spark off your business. Okay? But if you still choose not to use VVIX as your business driver, you want to still go on a slimming program or the youth or whatever, you are most welcome, because these businesses are very flexible. There's no such thing as you must do this, you must do that. But this is a good one. Okay, this is a good one. I mean the VVIX as a driver. And we know our first rank is called supervisor. Okay, so we have come up with this formula called VVIX 146. Okay, and it's actually this one. It's actually this one. Okay, you can see from here, VVIX 146. So the 1 actually representing you, for those who start a business, and then the 4 is representing 4 business leader that you take in to join you to build the business together. Okay, and 6 represent the minimum of 6 bottles of VVIX that each one of you purchase. So that means in a single calendar month, for example, say this month, July, you go to office, you go Shaklee office, or you go online, you buy 6 VVIX. And 6 is the minimum. That doesn't mean that you must only buy 6. If you want to go for 20, you want to go for 12, it's all okay and most welcome. The more better, because more product easier to roll and grow faster. Okay, so let's say you buy the minimum, you go for the 6, and then you talk to people about a business opportunity, and 4 of them also have decided to come to the business. They also buy 6 each. Then you discover that in total, your team have moved or purchased 30 bottles of VVIX, and that entitles you to become a supervisor, because it's already more than 3,000 UV. Because each VVIX, the UV is 112. So 30 bottles is already more than 3,000 UV. So that's why you become a supervisor. Okay, so this is how we get the formula. VVIX 146. 1 for people or business leader, and 6 minimum 6 bottles of VVIX. Okay. Okay. So now this one is the business model. Okay. And this one is to complement your effort of building a business. That's why you can see here on the front page. On the front page, actually our highlight is not about the product knowledge. If you see carefully our design, it's about the opportunity. Now we want people to know the opportunity. Inside the opportunity have got good products. It's not inside the product have got good opportunity. That is the difference. Okay, so that's why if you want to build big, you must not go out there just to become a Shaklee product seller. You must go out there to become a Shaklee business leader who want to build business and build organization, build team. So as such, you will go out there to invite people to join you as a business partner. Okay, so that's why you can see the front page here. The conversation should lead into the 50K project. Okay, the 50K project. All right, and how this 50K project will work, we have a strategy called VVIX 146. Okay, then you tell them the VVIX is one of our Shaklee products, where all the simple explanation are inside here. Okay, are inside here, and also it can help on what challenges are also listed here. Some more, there are 2 important books that they can even buy from the bookshop and written by very successful and famous author, such as the longevity factor and the telomere effect. And more so on the telomere effect, this person who wrote this book is Elizabeth Blackburn. And Elizabeth Blackburn is actually one of the scientific advisory board of Shaklee Corporation, and she is also the winner of the Nobel Prize, in 2009, if I didn't remember wrongly. So it really brings credibility to Shaklee, because she also mentioned about Shaklee and how Shaklee VVIX especially can help. So this brochure is actually a very powerful brochure if you know how to use it. So now your question to me is how to use this brochure. Okay, now please do not stand at the roadside and distribute this brochure. Don't do this. Okay, that's not the way to distribute this brochure. This brochure must be handled with care and passed to a person after the pre-conversation before the brochure. So there will be a pre-conversation and then conversation after you give the brochure, and the post brochure. That means there's always pre, during, and post. Okay, the pre simply means that if you are already my friend, I want to invite you to join Shaklee, I will talk about Shaklee first. Okay, I will talk about Shaklee opportunity, I will do the presentation and all those things, I will even do the what they call the checklist, the health checklist, everything. All those must be done first. All those are called pre.
Yes.
Okay? So after all those things, then you already invited them, and they are also excited and inspired to want to be part of the business. Then of course you can talk to them about the 50K project. So after you talk to them about the 50K project, you say, actually we have something that complements the 50K project called VVIX 146. So this one should come out first, okay? Before the brochure, I mean. This one should come out first. Tell them, how the VVIX 146 work. Normally people are curious about the number. What is the 146? So that's why you explain, like how I explained to you just now. And then only you hand over the brochure. So that by the time they take the brochure, they know, the brochure is about the 50K project that is actually using VVIX to drive the business or to drive the project. Okay, so this is how you should do it. Not just go around and distribute VVIX 146 project brochure to everybody. If you get lucky, you might get people curious to ask you one or two questions, but most of the time you are not that lucky lah. Okay, but most people are, what is it? Okay, it's just like what I did all the time when people hand me brochure. I take it from their hand. If they insist to give, normally I don't even take because I know it's going to be a waste. If they insist to give, I take, and then by the time I walk across a rubbish bin, I will just throw it inside. I don't even read. I don't even know what it is about. And this could also end up there if you do that. Okay? So that's why never do that, because Shaklee don't sell it cheap. Shaklee opportunity is very high class, so don't sell it cheap. Okay? Don't simply go and distribute this brochure. Okay? All right. Supra?
Good. It was a very good explanation, Master. Because why I see many a time people just simply give the pamphlet to somebody they meet, and then they expect the person to respond, isn't it? I think this is the very proper way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Master.
I suggest you re-listen to my explanation after the FB Live, because you got to listen many times to understand and to get it.
So the second question is, of course, we meet a lot of people, and some, of course, give us some appointments give appointments to go and see them and talk. And many a time, these people, when we give them the suggestion to start the Shaklee business, they very worried. They ask themselves, hey, can I do it? Can I not do it? My character is that I don't know people. I don't mix with people so much. Definitely I cannot do it. Something like this. So what would be your response to this kind of people? How could we actually help to, make them realize or make them know that we have got a wonderful thing in our palm to give it to them, and how they can actually use it?
Basically, I can sum up this question by saying this person have worry and fear. most people does to put it. But this definitely not good, you know, because life is not supposed that you live with worry and fear. Because worry and fear is simply a negative imagination of your mind. It simply means that you misuse your imagination because you think doesn't not yet happen. You're already imagining that what if it's happened, you know. So that's why you have to worry, and some worry also give you fear, fear of taking action, fear of whatsoever. So this one we have to fall back to thoughtmanship. That's why in Shaklee, we are very complete in Shaklee, and especially in Dynamic Family. We are very complete because we don't just tell people, hey, look, I give you this brochure, go out there and sell as many Vivix as possible. You know, we will never talk to you like this. We'll say, hey, this is the tools, you know, but how do you make the tools effective? How do you make the tools work for you? We also have training on a weekly basis, like every Monday in KL, and then in other regions also, the leaders are conducting training for the team and those things. So you just have to get attached there, that's number one. Number two is, you may have all the knowledge, you may have all the tools, but still there's no guarantee you can be successful unless your thinking is optimal. An optimum thinking or optimum mind will not have worry and fear. Simply means they will not think negatively about things before things happen. You know, they will imagine good results so that they will have the encouragement, the enthusiasm, the passion, the excitement to step out there to actually start conversation with people and talk about Shaklee opportunity and Shaklee products. Okay, so for those who do not know what is thoughtsmanship, actually thoughtsmanship is a word created by Dr. Forrest Shaklee, you know, after he wrote a book called Thoughtsmanship for Well-Being. Okay, now I happen to have the original book here, printed in 1951. This is from my house museum. Now, this book printed in United States in 1951, you know, which is already how many years? 68 years already. Yeah, 68 years already. So this book has been written 68 years ago, printed and written by Dr. Forrest Shaklee. You can see here, Thoughtsmanship for Well-Being. So the word thoughtsmanship, actually the key word is called thoughts. Thoughts. So thoughts for well-being. Now, I'm sure well-being, I don't have to illustrate to you know what is the meaning of well-being. Simply means for something good to happen. Okay? But thoughts for something good to happen. That means that anything that you want it to happen, especially any good thing that you want it to happen, you must have the right thought for it to happen. So this book is very educational, and it actually activates your brain psychological aspect of tapping the strength of your mind and your process of your thinking. And frankly, this is a psychological book, and it's not something that you know English, you read, you can fully comprehend. So that's why it's good to own this book. I mean, not this one. I mean, you can get a copy one. And then you read it, but I suggest you don't just read it, because you have to attend the Thoughtsmanship class to listen to the explanation of each and every chapter, because there are 12 chapters here, and myself have been doing this service on a monthly basis to explain one chapter every month in our monthly seminar. Okay, I do this in Penang, Northern. I also do this in Kelantan. I also do this in Taiwan, in Indonesia, and also in Subang in Kuala Lumpur. So whichever area you're in, get access to it on a monthly basis so that you can learn thoughtsmanship. And this is a long haul, by the way. A person's mind, if it has been very stuck with their old paradigms, actually for me it's only a flip, but the flip for some people can take a long time. You know, for me, my flip can be a second. You know, from negative thought, flip to positive thought. You know, it can be a second. But I discovered that my last 30 years, many people may take a long time to really move themselves into the positive paradigm, especially if you are used to be very negative, in negative aspect of your thoughts. So I suggest that you get attached and to really change your thinking. Because only when your thinking is optimal, your result will come naturally. If you're already a willing person to work hard, a willing person to do whatever it takes to be successful, your thought is the only determining factor for all those things to get results. So my suggestion to you is there's only way to handle fear and worries through thoughtsmanship for well-being. Okay?
Okay, Master. Coming back to the first question, I just received a question from one of the master who has just written it something like this.
Okay.
He said, I'm very fed up with my current job and plan to go full time by June 2020.
By June
2020.
That's a year from now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my expected monthly bonus from Shaklee is 3,300.
That's very small.
Yeah. What should I do now? And what is your suggestion? Now what I do is just distributing with big flyers with my name card, and people just ignore me. So this comes back to your first question also, is it?
Okay, first of all, congratulations for being fed up with your job.
Yeah.
You know, simply because at least you are still aware that you have dreams, you know, and you want to pursue your dreams. Because if you are not fed up with your job, most of the time you will be into the comfort zone of collecting salary every month, and you will be living normal lifestyle and until you're old. So congratulations, you know, you're still fed up. So that's good news. Okay, that's one. Number two is, you said by June next year, June next year is about a year from now, 12 months. And 12 months, your expectation to earn 3,003, I think that's very small.
Very small.
You know, frankly, you can have bigger dreams, you can have bigger goals. You know, but 3,003 is really small. Because 3,003, especially if you live in KL, I don't know, I mean, you hardly have things, you know. Okay, all right. So we offer you better than 3,003 to be very frank, provided you work for it. Okay. So now, don't start with worry. That's very important. You know, don't start with worry. Can I make it? By June 2020? You know, and, I want to resign or whatever. But now, until June, you still want to stay working according to the question, if I understand fully the question. So that means if you've got one whole year, you are actually working, still working, collecting your salary, at the same time building Shaklee. Okay? So now, I'm not saying that you have to terminate your service with your boss tomorrow. If you want to, you're most welcome. Okay? But if you don't, you still want to insist until June next year, you can do that. But in the next 12 months, even though you are part-time with the Shaklee business, you must have full-time mentality. That's the most important thing that you must adopt first. Now, what is the difference between part-time mentality and full-time mentality? Now, part-time mentality simply means that Shaklee is never your main priority. Only when you have time, you will do it. As and when you think after work you are not tired, you will do it. Or as and when you have people that you make appointment, they're successful, make appointment, you will go and see people. Otherwise, you just don't do anything, or you go back and rest or sleep or whatever. So that's called part-time mentality people. So people with part-time mentality, it may even take you 10 years, you still won't earn the 3,003 sometimes. if you don't put in effort enough. So that's why your thinking first. That's why the mentality must be full-time mentality. So full-time mentality simply means you still hold a job, you know. You still work, you know, your boss pay you 3,003, you still work for your boss from 9 to 5 or 9 to 6 or whatsoever you call it. But because Shaklee is you take Shaklee seriously and you have full-time mentality, and more so you must take Shaklee as a lifetime career. So when you take Shaklee as a lifetime career, somehow after your work you'll do Shaklee. After your work you'll do Shaklee. Including your weekend, you also still go and do Shaklee. You won't say, oh, Sunday is a weekend, you know, I stay at home, watch TV, lazing around. If you're still having the kind of mentality, you're not fit yet for success. You know, people want to be successful, they are willing to put in all the extra efforts and go extra miles. Okay, so that's very important. But it's worth it, that's more important. It's not only hard work and then you don't get much. So that is the most important aspect. Start with your thinking, don't worry. Next thing, full-time mentality while you are having the next 12 months still holding your job. And I can guarantee you, if you follow my advice, you don't have to wait until June to go full-time. Chances are in the next 3 to 6 months you'll go full-time already. That means by end of the year, the most you'll go full time. Because to earn the 3,003, you just need to be achieving this one.
First page only.
Yeah, this one only. That means you bring in 4 business leaders with you who also decided to build the business, and you become a coordinator, also become a 50K OV achievers, and your income is already 4,000 to 5,000. So this thing can be done in the next 3 to 6 months. And let's say you're slow lah, a year sure you still make it lah. So June 2020 is guaranteed that you can go full time lah, but you can even go earlier. That's what I'm trying to say, you know. And with the right thinking, you may surprise yourself. You will actually do and achieve more than this. That means your income can be even moved up to 8 or 10,000 a month instead of the 4 or 5,000.
Actually, Master, when I was doing part time,
Yeah.
there were sometimes I was earning more than 5,000 a month.
See?
Just part time itself.
Exactly.
And I would say compared to now and those days, we didn't have this much guidance at all. You know? Just we come here and then learn some things, and then we go out on our own and start doing this one.
Master Subramaniam is a very good example. You know, he hold high post in his job, and he got quite good salary. I mean, and he was part time, but he was doing it with full time mentality. And you heard him say just now, even he was doing part time, but with full time mentality, he was already earning more than 5,000 a month. So can you imagine a part time income more than 5,000 plus his income combined more than 10,000 a month? So it's much better. So that's why he can see Shaklee potential, and he even decided to actually terminate his service and come out and retire or whatever, and go full time with Shaklee. So it is already a life example here, you know. But you remember what he says just now. You all are very lucky. You have all these tools, all this printing, all this guidance. They have got nothing. They've got paper and pen, and they just draw and they just write. I can tell you that was how we built Shaklee, and we are so successful simply because we don't worry, we don't analyze, we don't think too much. We just go out there and do things. That's why we develop very fast. But if you start thinking, you actually slow down your action. So that's why stop thinking, start imagining. Okay? Right.
Okay, Master. Another question. I quite. I'm actually. I see why they asked this question. I don't know why they asked.
Okay.
But anyway, I have to read to you.
Okay. Any question?
As you are very clear that Shaklee compensation plan is counted by monthly basis.
Okay.
And there is only 30 days per month.
Okay.
Stress is built up as days in this pass, especially when I do not get a good start at the beginning of the month. So what is your suggestion on our thoughts? Can I have an example or case that give us confidence to stay cool and calm?
Okay. First of all, congratulations for being still alive. You know, still alive simply means you still have feelings and you still have, you know, whatever lah. That means you actually care for your career. You want to be successful. You know, but do not allow your care, your concern of your career to move into the negative paradigms like worry and fear. You know, I mean, I care for my career, but I move it to the positive side. That means I turn those what you call those stress, so-called stress lah, to be energy of action, instead of to be the energy of draining off my so-called energy that I already have. You know, because any negative energy will drain off your chi, I mean your energy. But any positive energy will actually enhance your already energy that you have. So my suggestion to you is that move anything to the positive aspect. Then you'll find that it actually push you instead of pull you down. Because when you worry, it will pull you down. But when you take it positively, it can become a strong push for you to work harder. Okay. Now the question also include, do I have any example? Now the best example is myself, because since I'm talking to you, all other leaders also have good example about themselves, about how they have gone through, I mean, whatever stress, whatever things that they have gone through in a career of building Shaklee, and me too. Now I remember especially from the month that I want to clear key coordinator. Key coordinator. Now, key coordinator, we need nine business leader. You know, and those years, the plan is very rigid where you have to have 9 to be a key coordinator. Not like now, you can have UV for rank, 7 leg with high PGUV, you still can go for key, and then you have coordinator count at 2 points. You know, now it's like much easier. Last time our is 9 mean 9. You know, okay? So I have to build up 9 to be a key coordinator. Okay? So I remember that month until end of the month, about 3 to 4 days to go. 3 to 4 days to go, I only have 3 effective line. I mean 3 line supervisor. So that means I'm still lacking on how many? 6. Okay? And I already have, because those years we have this rank called assistant supervisor. So I already have assistant supervisor the previous month, but they didn't move to be a supervisor yet. So that means their purchase is very low, because supervisor is 3,000 UV, assistant supervisor is 2,000 UV. So accumulatively, that means for that 2 months consecutively, they've got to do actually 5,000 UV just to be a supervisor.
Yeah,
not like now, so easy, 1 month supervisor. So you see, now actually to be master is chicken feed to me. I can do it tomorrow. You see what I mean? So that's why this is the way you should think. So I remember the previous month, the month before I became key, I actually already have enough assistant supervisor to turn to be supervisor for me to be a key that month. But guess what? Only 3 of them successfully turned. The rest of the 6 are not. So my mind can be worried, isn't it? Can have stress, isn't it? Can even, okay lah, give up lah, do it again next month lah. But I'm so determined. I turn that energy. To be positive energy instead of stress. And the last 4-5 days of the month, which I have left, I go all out to these people who have committed to be assistant supervisor last month, to work with them, to move with them, to do house meeting, to talk to people, and to get people to commit assistant supervisor. That means they are downline. So when they are downline commit assistant supervisor, they already got 2,000 UV, plus their own 1,000 UV, they become supervisor. So that means the last 4-5 days, I actually successfully commit 6 assistant supervisor. Not my direct, they are downlines. The 6 line, each have got 1 assistant supervisor, and plus their own already UV that they have, which is more than 1,000 UV. Add together, they have 3,000 UV, they are supervisor. So it took me only 4-5 days. Instead of worrying and give up, I turned it to be positive energy, and I became a key coordinator that month. Last few days. Okay, so that's one of the my personal example. But I have so many examples that I can tell you, like lately we have new senior masters in SDFG Taiwan, and also we have upcoming masters and all this thing. And all these people, they have the similar example. Like for example, the new senior master Carol Ye. He the month that he became master, actually now he's already senior master, the month he became, the first month, because in SDFG, in Taiwan with Shaklee, to become a master or any other rank, you need 3 consecutive months, not 1 month hit and then you're appointed. So there will be the first month qualifying, second month qualifying, and then third month, then only you become a master or whatever rank. So she had been a senior key for 8 consecutive months. That means effective senior key for 8 consecutive months, but didn't hit master. It's because of the thinking. So when I managed to switch her thinking around, and she decided to go for it. The month that I talked to her, she decided to go for it. So she go out and work towards it. And until the last 2 days of the month, she still missed. Because in the compensation plan, they are very different from Malaysia. Malaysia, you just need leg and then you can be a master already. There you need leg and organization volume. So the total organization volume needed is about 500,000 to be a master. So until the last 2 days of the month, she only had 400 over 1,000. She still missed of like 50,000. only 2 days. But because she's so determined, she changed the positive, the negative energy to be positive force to build. She actually, right on the last day, she clear master. And the volume, not more than she actually needed. That is the more important part I want to talk about. Then after that, the first month qualifying, last day only done. But the second month qualifying on the 19th of the month, she already clear. And then the third month qualifying on the 10th of the month, she already clear. Can you see the power of thinking? It's nothing to do with your effort alone. Your thinking must complement your effort. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to my sharing here, if I have done it, Carol here have done it, and hundreds of them in my last 30 years have done it, you will be the next one who will be able to go through it successfully, provided you don't turn your energy to be worried and stressed, and then not able to do things effectively. So it's up to you to choose. You can do the positive one, or you can turn like us to take it as positive one. Okay? Right.
Okay, the next question, Master. You are my 4th level upline.
Okay.
And I have another 2 uplines above me.
Okay.
Most of the time, we bring new builders, new people to the center.
Okay.
So let's say I'm a selfish leader lah. I bring in my leader. I just don't want to introduce this leader to any of my uplines lah. I feel that I am the one who wants to be in control of this leader. Can you actually explain what are the disadvantages of being like this? Or let's say, for example, would it be better if I bring in a new leader to the center, and if I have my uplines, I should introduce this leader to all my uplines? So what are the benefits in doing this, and what is the disadvantage of keeping my leader to myself? Can you explain? Because this kind of things do happen in our business. Because some people believe, hey, I brought him, I must be have control. If I let control of him, if my upline take control, then he won't listen to me. Something like that lah.
Okay, so now to start off with, this is again my stuff lah, thinking stuff lah. If you don't think correctly, that's why you are behaving like this, because your behavior actually comes from your thoughts lah. Okay, so a person who act like this or behave like this are very unwise lah. Very unwise. That means not smart. Because this type of business, you always remember the word called leverage. Leveraging on other people's strengths and the team strength or other individual strength is very, very important, and it's the smartest ways of the building business, because none of us are perfect. None of us, okay, including me. I mean, to be very frank, okay. So we have to actually accept a person wholeheartedly. That means it doesn't matter whether it's your downline, your upline, or your sideline. We are coming in together to work as a team. To have good relationship, to have harmonious relationship, only we can grow and become successful. So I've got to accept a person wholeheartedly. Like for example, Master Subramanian. Of course, he is also not perfect. I'm also not perfect. I can be irritated with certain aspect of him, and he can also be not happy with certain aspect of me. But because we are in the same thing and we want a common goal and common result, we have to really accept each other full-heartedly. And this is the art of having good relationship, to be very frank. If you want to have good relationship with whoever for that matter, it can be with your husband, your wife, your family members, your friends, your whoever, are the same. I'm not talking just for Shaklee, it's for your life. You have to accept full-heartedly, and you have to focus on their strength. And I can tell you, most of the time, their strength is your weaknesses. So you are not smart if you don't use their strength to complement your weaknesses. You want to hold it all on your own where you cannot handle. You see or not?
This is a business that you can handle by yourself.
Exactly. And very frankly to all of you, you always look at K.Sow, wow, he's very good, he's wow, everything he can. Actually, I also leverage on, I leverage on all the strength in SDFG. Yeah, it's just like when I bring a new business leader to the business center, to our training center, I won't just say, oh, I'm K.Sow, I can handle on my own, who cares, why should I go introduce whoever? No, I go around and bring that person around, introduce to everyone. Because I want to also tap and leverage on the strength of each and everyone there. Like for example, I'm now 60. I can be bringing in those who are at the 20s. So these people who are at the 20s, they may think, you're like my father, so because these business for old people are not for me. Sometimes they may think like this one, because it's my parent business, nothing to do with me, something like that, or my parent age, that kind of thing. So if I were to bring them to the center and then introduce them to all the young people, it's also for me, I don't know, So you see, that is also called I have actually leveraged on the young people's strength.
Correct.
See or not?
Yeah.
Even though I'm very good in many aspects already, but that doesn't mean that I don't need your help. That doesn't mean that I don't need you to compliment me. You see or not? So it's very unwise when the person behaves like this. And the only way a person behaves like this is because they are selfish, they are insecure, they have insecure feeling. Now people who have insecure feeling, normally they are so worried that they lose strength, they lose popularity, they lose opportunity or something like that, because they have insecure feelings, and this is bad. This is bad. And I suggest whoever have this kind of behaviors, start doing changes, and better still come and face me and talk to me. Let me help you to make that changes, because you can be so successful if you learn how to leverage on other people's strength. For me to be like today, frankly, it's not my personal effort. I can never claim that I'm successful because I, me, mine, myself, everything. No, actually, like I said, without all of you, who is K.Sow? See or not? So it simply means that I have tapped on your strength. See or not? At the same time, I allow you to tap my strength also. You see, I have a lot of strength that you can tap so that you can grow, and when you grow, we grow together. Correct. That's called win-win, But somehow, in my last 30 years, I do observe some leaders until today they have not learned this. That's why they are still very concerned about upline. I don't want my upline to handle my people, whatever. But you never know. There are a lot of things that you cannot handle, but your upline can handle. See or not? Not only K.Sow can handle, your upline also can handle. It's very important. You see? So my advice is, please be wise. Stay wise, and you'll be so successful. Okay? All right.
Okay, Master. I think question 4 and 5 we can lump up together. It is more like your advice during whenever you do like a 50K project, or when you do the NBLO and other important special topics at our center. Okay. You like to say that you must attach to the core activities of our center, especially our what do you call the success circle, where pinnacle success circle. Our plug into the system number 7. And of course, like me and also like many other leaders, we go out there. We sign up a lot of people, and then we also know that these people have got a lot of potential, to grow, to become very successful in the business. And when we invite them to come to the center and attach to the core activities, they somewhat reject, or what did they call in Malay, they tolak our approach and then we become like a frustrated. Sometimes like we build, how are we going to build the business when people don't come to attach to the centers? So we have got like a feeling like can we grow or can we not grow, and shall we leave these people alone and don't do anything to them, detach them from our life, Shaklee life and all those things. So what would be your suggestion? Would you think that we must still have the hope, and we should keep on encouraging them to come and attach so that they can grow together with us?
Okay, I think I want to sum up the question. The question simply talk about choice. Choice. Now, the world is full of all type of behaviors, character, understanding about life, different level of maturity, and look at things very differently, perceive things very differently. So we have to accept this as a fact that this is the world, and not everyone is the same. In fact, nobody is identical. No two persons are identical, to be very frank. They can be similar in many aspects, but never identical.
Yeah.
Okay. So by the time you accept this already, you will not be irritated anymore. Number one. So that means when you are not irritated, your energy will not be drained off. I mean, your energy that's supposed to be used for good purpose will not be drained off for all this irritation. Okay. So now I've been in the business for 30 years. I've invited thousands of people for the last 30 years, and not all the thousands join me. Not all the thousands who came and attached. If 1,000 come, I will be smart. I mean, not enough space or so. Anyway, there will be people. I always say this I always say this. Your job or your part is to be sincerely going out there, knowing exactly what you want to do, offering people an opportunity that can change their financial health and also their physical health. That's what we want to do. Okay? And we know that by inviting people to join you and to have an opportunity to change their financial health and their physical health, when they grow, you also will be successful together. Okay? So it's a win-win situation. So that means in order for me to win, I have to make sure you win first. So that when you win, I win together. Okay? So that's the right thinking that we must have. Instead of going out there and thinking, if this person join me, what will I get? If this person becomes supervisor, what will I earn? So if you think like this, somehow you will be stressful. And then when the person don't respond to you positively, you slow down already. I don't want to come meeting. You see what I'm trying to tell you now? Yeah. So you see, I'm always cheerful all the time from the day when I started Shaklee, because of my right thinking. It's not because I'm better than you. It's just because my thinking is correct. That's why you see I enjoy every moment of my last 30 years of my Shaklee journey. Okay, so that's why this is very important. Okay, so now you invite people. If a person say no, that's not the end of everything. Number one, accept the answer first. Accept the response first, so that it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable or irritated. That's number one. Number two, then there are two aspects that you can look into. One, check and see whether there's anything that you can do better in the next appointment or improve yourself after going through this no. Is there any aspect that you can do better when you come to the next appointment so that you can be more effective in your sharing and presentation? So that is for learning and improvement. Okay, but if you have done that review and also self check, you find that okay, I think I've done what I should do, and I didn't do anything wrong or whatsoever. Then the next thing is that you could accept that person's mind is closed. Now that person's mind may be closed now. They are not ready to come, not ready to explore. So that's why the answer is no, because now in their life they are still filled up with a lot of things unsettled, and their mind is like not able to go and look around, see other things. Okay, so accept it. But that doesn't mean that you terminate your relationship with them, you stop in touch. Always remember, people who doesn't join you, they are still your friend. They are only not your business partner. You see what I mean now? And even if they are not your business partner, they can be a good consumer. Agree or not? Yeah. So why should our relationship turn sour when a person say no to us? Isn't it so? That's number one. So that's why keeping in touch is the next thing you have to do. Keep in touch, that simply means that they are not ready now, they are not coming for the meeting, not coming for the seminars, but you just time to time, hello, send WhatsApp, maybe just call if you happen to be around their area, Maybe they say, hey, I'll be going to Shalam and are you good? Are you going to be around today, around the Shalam area? Maybe you should catch up for a drink, something like that. So people welcome friend, a genuine friend more than just purposeful friend. Friend with purpose. What do I mean by friend with purpose? Friend with purpose, that means I made friend with you because I got certain purpose behind. You see or not? But genuine friends simply mean there's no purpose attached. There's no benefit attached. We are just friends. If you say yes to my Shaklee opportunity, good, we work as a team. If you say no, good, you're still my friend. And one day you say yes and come, we do it together. So that's why keeping in touch is very important. I mean, I have, like I said just now, 30 years, thousands of people I have invited, but I don't have thousands who join me. I have maybe 100 to join me only. The rest, another 900 maybe don't join me. But these 900, as long as I still have their contact number, I still hello them. Some I have not met, I have not been seeing them for maybe 8, 10 years, but still we are in touch. We are still in touch. So this is how it works. So the next thing I want to tell you is this. You always remember, everyone comes into your life for a reason.
That's a purpose.
Okay? And some people, they come into your life for that reason, and after that, they leave. And some people come into your life for a season. That means for a certain period of time, and then after that, they will leave. Some people come into your life for a lifetime. So they can be in any of these categories. They come in for a reason, for a season, or for a lifetime. You have to take it positively because, and come on, sometimes they may even die. You see what I mean or not?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Your downline died, really died. So you have to accept it. Because my master coordinator died. So what? Die already, ma. You see what I mean or not? You see, so you have to accept it. You have to accept it. Life is like that. Nobody live forever. If they don't literally die, they just leave your life sometime. Sometimes they just go somewhere else, they shifted, they migrated, or maybe they just gone somewhere else, do something else, You have to accept it, because not the whole world will do Shaklee anyway. You see what I mean? So always remember, I always appreciate everyone coming into my life, because at that moment they come into my life is either for a reason to fulfill what I want to achieve, or to complement something that I don't have, or to give, to enhance me on certain aspect, or for me to help them on certain things. You see or not?
Correct.
You see what I mean? And by helping them, I gain what? I gain experience.
Correct.
So I always tell people life is like that. It's either you get something or you gain experience.
Correct.
So be happy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you may not gain tangible things, you may not gain money or earn money, but experience is actually more valuable than money. See or not? So that's why you have to stay cheerful that way when you know life is all about. They come in for a reason, good. They come in for a season, accept it. After a year, they leave. Okay, what can you do? Keep in touch. If they come in for a lifetime, like you, in my life for a lifetime, but many, I appreciate it a lot.
Correct.
And by you coming into my life for a lifetime, also we need compliment each other.
Correct.
You see, it's not that, you come in, okay, happy, that's good enough. But I have to work with you, I've got to make sure you grow, I've got to make sure you're successful, and that's how it enhances my whole life.
Correct.
So, ladies and gentlemen, don't get irritated with anything. Stay happy, stay cheerful. If you invite people, they don't want to come, accept it first, but do your follow-up. Okay? But the next thing I want to say is that people based on feelings. When their feeling is good, they will respond to your invitation easier than when the feeling is not good. So that's why you have to make sure that when you do your conversation with them, you're sharing your communication with them, did you give them good feelings?
Right.
If you don't give them good feelings, their response is very cold. No, I'm not interested. You never know. And of all you know, suddenly they do something else, another MLM company, or maybe what. So it's based on feelings. It's not that they don't want an opportunity, but you don't give them good feelings.
Correct.
You see or not? So that's why it's so important that you keep coming back for training, for seminars, to develop your mental fitness. Mental health is not good enough. mental health has to be converted into mental fitness. Mental health, you get it from classroom, from training, from seminars, but mental fitness means you use what you learn in your actual life and develop the mental fitness. Like me, I have mental fitness. That's why you can see any question you throw to me, I can happily explain to you, share with you. You know, I don't get irritated with anybody. I don't bother about the past things that they have done, whether it's right or wrong. It's not up to us to judge. More importantly is the future together. I appreciate everyone who still stay with me and they have future together. If they don't stay with me, that's okay. They have enhanced my life in one way or another in the past, which is also very important. If there's no past, there will not be current and there will not be future. So you see, this is all about life. Okay?
Okay, Esther, for the last 1 hour, we have had a wonderful discussion with you.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm sure those who are listening to FB Live have got a lot of good information for them. And another 2 months' time, you'll be on FB Live again.
Yeah.
So for the next 2 months, what would be your advice to all of us?
Okay, the next, the next FB Live will be September. In September, it's going to be September, 2 months from now, and time really flies. Seriously, like I said, when I first start off talking to you just now, I said we have sent off the half year of 2019, and then now we are already in the second day of the half week of 2019, and 2 months will make up to 30% of the next 6 months.
6 months. Yeah.
Okay, and it simply means that if you were to review your last 6 months, I suggest you review your last 6 months in 2019. See whether what you have said and what you have decided to do, thing that you want to achieve. How many percent have you done and 100% have you achieved? I think that the review is very important, because life is like that. Like if you don't do certain review, sometimes you may commit the same cycle and same mistake again and again. So do the review, and after that, leave it as a history already. Don't become sad because you don't achieve. Don't get angry because certain things happened in the last 6 months. It's over. It's history. But review is to make sure that you don't repeat whatever you're not supposed to repeat, so that you can grow. So you do the review, and then I'm sure you would have set your goal for the next 6 months. Okay? Now, if you have set your goal for the 1 whole year and half a year you have not achieved 50%, that means you've got to buck up now. Let's say you achieved 30% of your goal for 2019, then the next 70% you have to buck up in the next 6 months. So 2 months is considered quite a big portion of 6 months. So I suggest the next 2 months you have to double up your effort, or even triple sometimes, to make things happen. And when you really want it so badly, when you're so hunger for success, like how you hunger for oxygen when you are pressed into the water, you will succeed. You will succeed. Somehow you'll fight for it. But if you just take it like, oh, okay, I work hard enough, if I make it, okay lah, don't make it also, never mind. Then of course you won't make it lah. So all this actually I developed it through my last 30 years with Shaklee, and I'm so thankful that I kept connected with Shaklee through Dr. Forrest Shaklee, through the book called The Shaklee Story, which has opened my eye and my mind. And this is the caption that I've been using all these years for the last 30 years. That's why you can see it's even laminated nicely, and it's visible to me all the time. We even have a small little copy we put in our wallet and all things. So if you have not seen this, it's all about thinking. That's why you can see think, then look, do, So what you think, you look, what you think, you do, what you think, you ask. So everything is about your thinking, And this one complemented by this one is very important. You know what is this? This is called power of love. Okay? That means that if you put the love energy into the thought, into your thinking, you find that you speed up your achievement. So this one, this one wrote by Dr. Shaklee. This one wrote by a guy called K.Sow. Okay, so I hope you know him. Okay, so this one, actually, it was written in 1990. That means the second year of the business. You have this. I started Shaklee in 1989, so 1990. Because even though that time I was already learning this, but I find that these will complement this. Okay, because I still get irritated time to time and so on and so forth. That's why I wrote this, to complement this. So I have actually given out to many of you, so I suggest that you put it at your visible place, read it, and sometimes turn around and read this. Did you practice power of love? Did you love them anyway for whoever they are, for whatever they do, and all these things, and I don't mind if it's laminated. You can put your coffee on top, as you drink, you can admire all the nice things. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all the best. The next 6 months is the determining factor for your momentum for 2020 and beyond. And we have just done two breakthrough camp so far. One breakthrough camp is for the junior who are moving forward to become coordinator and 50K OE achievers. There are 20 over of them, and I'm really looking forward to witnessing you making breakthrough, and of course recognizing you in our next event dinner. And of course, for those who have attended the Master Breakthrough Camp, that means you're going to be Master. And these people are preparing themselves to be Master before March or by March latest, so that they can be celebrated and recognized by Roger Barnett himself. Because good news, Roger Barnett is coming to Malaysia. So get ready. 20th of June 2020, Roger Barnett is going to be in Malaysia in our big event of Shaklee Malaysia 25th Anniversary Silver Jubilee Grand Event. So being recognized in that kind of platform and by the owner himself, I tell you, it's wonderful. So get it done. And always remember, I'm always ready to help you, ready to work with you. And next 6 months, you should achieve something. Even if you have not hit until Master, you should be near to it. But become Master in 2019 for those of you already set to be a Master. So congratulations, I wish you all the best. I look forward to work closely with you. I'm also looking forward for the next FB Live in September 3rd. Yeah, September 3rd. And back to you, Master Subramaniam, if there's any other things that you want to share with them. Okay.
I believe we have had a wonderful session of 1 hour, almost 1 hour 10 minutes. And whatever Master has shared with us, we must take it seriously. We must take it seriously, and we must grow. Because this is our life, it's not his life. It's our life, and he is actually giving whatever he has to enhance our life, so that we also can become like him, rich, wealthy, live the lifestyle that Shaklee offers. So let's all of us go for it and make it happen. And we must really work towards achieving the 50K project. Or not only being an achiever, but also must be a producer. So with this, I wish you all a great time for the next 2 months. And looking forward to meet you all, see you all on FB Live on the 3rd of September.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.